From this minifigure that holds your toilet paper to this interesting looking thing, LEGO has had some of the weirdest items ever created. So let's review 100 of their oddest inventions and creations, starting with the LEGO splitting face. This is one mind-blowing creation by the LEGO legend Nathan Sawaya. I mean, this dude is a genius when it comes to building with bricks, if you know what I mean. You won't even believe how he managed to sculpt a perfect human form with all those defined muscles and realistic proportions. Seriously, I mean, this is a LEGO masterpiece for sure, and it's pure magic. It all comes together beautifully, making it one impressive and cohesive work of art. But with all that aside, of course, it is pretty weird. I mean, it's gonna have to be on the list here. I mean, look at this thing. It is pretty weird. But is it as weird as this one? And that is the LEGO giant spider. I mean, there's this massive spider creation that's got people feeling all kinds of ways. Some might find it creepy as heck, but you gotta admit, at least it's pretty darn incredible too. I mean, this thing after all is gigantic, and it totally captures the freaky vibe of those 8-legged critters that no one really likes. I mean, if I saw a spider in the corner of my room right now, I don't know about you, I'm a freak out. But hey, in reality, they're not even the most aggressive critters out there. There's some pretty scarier animals. But coming in at 28 though is the LEGO knitting machine. It's not every day that you stumble upon something this cool and weird at the same time. Well, anyways, feast your eyes on this mind-blowing knitting machine, and guess what? It's made entirely out of LEGO pieces too. Can you believe it? It's a weird one, but we'll move on. This is the LEGO Realistic Man. Check out this awesome custom-made LEGO minifigure by YouTuber North of the Border. I mean, this dude's all about creating tiny nerdy things, and he went all out with this one for sure. I'm not gonna lie, so check him out for sure. He took it upon himself to sculpt his own clay version of a minifigure, and damn, I mean, it's got some crazy detailed texture on the face and clothes. To be honest with you, it's like hyper realistic or something. It looks too good. But here's the thing, the final result is low-key creepy as heck. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really jacking it. But next, it's the LEGO NBA figures. I love the NBA, and back in 2003, LEGO Sports went all out with their basketball theme, dropping over 20 cool sets on us. They had these generic street player sets and the real deal NBA ones with LEGO versions of stars like Kobe Bryant, Shaq, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Vince Carter, and more ballers too. But they didn't just stop at regular sets though. Some of them were full-on basketball play sets where you could just load up the minifigures with a ball and shoot some hoops with spring-loaded pieces. Sounds pretty cool to me. I mean, if I can't play basketball on a rainy day, I'll for sure play with some Legos. And then there were these starter packs with 3 minifigures, a stand, and even trading cards for each one. It was like collecting your dream basketball team, but in Legos. Who wouldn't want that? But here's the best part, all these LEGO basketball minifigures had this rad spring feature in their legs, so you can make them jump and shoot hoops just like the pros. It is a little bit weird. I mean, some of them look a little bit creepy. That's not the weirdest on the list, because we're only just getting started. 25 is the LEGO Star Wars Sandcrawler set, a bulky brown rectangle that struggles to evoke a sense of wonder associated with traveling to a galaxy far, far away. I mean, this hulking toy's lack of elegance has earned it a somewhat humorous reputation among some fans. I mean, seriously, what is going on here? Look at this thing. But I think this next one is definitely, I know it's low on the list, but it's definitely some of the weirder ones, and it's the Squidward minifigure. The squished 2D nose and mouth typically is what defines his characteristics of his character. They just don't translate well. And look, LEGO even attempted to release a reimagined minifigure with a custom 3D face, but even that didn't fix the situation. But going back to Star Wars again, it's the LEGO Star Wars Technic R2-D2. While most LEGO Technic sets boast impressive features like lighting up and dynamic movements and all these kind of things, they often suffer from a narrow components and minimalist designs, impacting the overall appearance and everything about it, you know? And of course, the Technic R2-D2 unfortunately fell victim to these aesthetic constraints, resulting in a somewhat emaciated representation that might leave fans struggling to even recognize their own beloved astromech droid. Let's just move on. 22 is actually the LEGO Town Football Police Unit, featuring police officers equipped in riot gear, seemingly prepared to apprehend, what, football fans? It's pretty weird. It's a weird set for sure. I don't know what's really going on here. I mean, for sure, a rather unconventional combination. I mean, leading many to speculate and think that maybe it might have to be inspired by instances of football hooliganism in Britain. While intriguing as it is, the concept does raise some eyebrows and might be considered a bit dark and insensitive if such assumptions hold true. For LEGO, it's for sure weird. 100%. This is another long name, the LEGO Technic Stormtrooper 8008. Look, we've already established this earlier that LEGO and Star Wars often make for a perfect match. It does the best, we love it, 9 times out of 10 the sets are good, but adapting iconic characters into Technic figures can pose as creative challenges. I mean, look, take for instance the endeavor to transform the classic Star Wars Stormtrooper into a dynamic Lego Technic version capable of marching and moving and doing all sorts of things. The outcome, as seen in the Technic Stormtrooper 8008, is nothing short of intriguing. It looks weird. You can admit it looks pretty weird. Next though is number 20, and that's the Lego Creator Kangaroo. Lego sets often strive to capture realism, at least some of them, but some also embrace a more imaginative approach. And that's where the monthly mini build series, known for its compact sizes, might not always perfectly resemble the subjects or whatever it's a set of, and that's, it's perfectly fine, but it does lead to some weird outcomes sometimes, such as the Kangaroo mini build. It seems to have taken artistic liberties to an extreme, and it leaves us with a triangle shaped creation that barely resembles the iconic kangaroo. We all love kangaroos here, but let's just move on. Behold, Lego Castle Fright Nights Flying Machine 2539. As a pioneering toy manufacturer, Lego has at times ventured into a realm of boundless imagination, meddling in fantasy and medieval elements with a touch of Halloween in their Fright Nights flying machine. While we always do appreciate the creativity that Lego bestows upon us, it's hard to fathom how this transforming vehicle came to even be. Next one though is something that everybody knows. It's the Lego Statue of Liberty. For many enthusiasts, the challenge of assembling complex Lego sets like the Statue of Liberty is an immensely gratifying experience. I mean, it's just so satisfying. I mean, nothing is more satisfying than taking a hard Lego set to build, and you build it, and it's finally done. I mean, it's just great. However, the finished product might not entirely match the anticipation all the time, and despite its intricacy, the Statue of Liberty appears somewhat underwhelming, almost as if it's melting. This effect stems from the monochromatic color scheme, lacking the depth and dimension typically associated with the iconic landmark that we all know and love. But just like the Statue of Liberty, the next thing that we're going to talk about is something that everybody also knows. It's Lego Jeffrey the Giraffe 40077. Basically, Toys R Us embracing the charm of simplicity, Jeffrey the Giraffe embodies an endearing animal companion exclusive to the brand, and it's tailored for young children, obviously, but it's a great Lego set. With its basic design and a small number of pieces, Jeffrey serves as an entry point into the world of Lego play. However, that means it is essential to note that Jeffrey consists of a head and a neck. Yes, really. Just look at this thing. It's just a little bit weird. He just doesn't have a body. It's just a neck and a head. If you saw this thing staring at you again in night when you're bed, I'm sure you'd be creeped out. Let's just move on. Behold, number 16, Lego Town Square. And it's a combo of 2 totally different sets from 2 totally different eras. But picture this. You have a classic Lego set mingling with a modern one. And it's just all over the place. I mean, this thing is just a mess, an absolute mess. Like, imagine seeing knights from the medieval times hanging out with astronauts from the future. Doesn't make sense, does it? It's weird for sure. I don't know who thought about it. I don't know if it sold well, but more power to you if you do love it. But we're back at Star Wars because 15 is Lego Luke Skywalker. Now, let's talk about this larger-than-life Luke Skywalker. I mean, this thing is absolutely massive. But here's the kicker. It's not even made of Lego bricks. Nope, it's this pre-assembled plastic figure that just doesn't quite fit in with the rest of your Lego collection. It's like having a life-size action figure in a room full of tiny toys. And let's be real, minifigures are meant to be cute, compact, and, just small, enjoyable, not towering over you and everything else like a, Goliath. It's an oddball for sure. It doesn't even feel like Lego. Next on the list is the Fabuland set, and boy, does it take you on a trip down a whimsical rabbit hole. Picture this again. Anthropomorphic characters that look like they came straight out of a trippy 70s cartoon or the Beatles' Yellow Submarine movie. I'm not joking. It's got that retro charm to it for sure, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, you can't help but wonder, what the heck on earth is going on here? Look at this thing. These characters have this quirky charm, but it's like trying to figure out a Rubik's Cube blindfold. This is probably one of the weirder sets. That's why it's higher on the list. Next, though, is something I love, the Lego Luigi and Guido set. Fans weren't too thrilled with this remake, and I totally get why. Check it out. Their hats are just one single Lego piece for both characters. It's like Lego designers were having just a lazy day. They're like, all right, close enough. We'll do that and we'll go to bed after. When you compare these 2 new versions to their older sets, they just look awkward. They lost that classic charm that made them so beloved in the first place. It looks like Lego gave up on this one. And not only does it look more weird, it's just like, come on. Really? You could have done better. 12th, though, is Lego Little Robots. With Little Robots, it honestly looks like they just plain missed the mark big time on this one. It's like the creators of this one just whipped up a rough draft and they just ran with it. They didn't try to do any edits, not bothering to fine-tune the design at all. Does it really look like a robot to you? It's weird for sure. Next on the list is the Krusty Krab set from SpongeBob SquarePants, as we all know, and at first glance, it might seem like a dream come true for any fan. The front of the Krusty Krab looks crusty as ever, and you're all excited to recreate iconic scenes from the show. It looks pretty cool to start, but then that's when the disappointment finally hits you like a falling anchor or like a giant wrecking ball from the sky just comes down, crushes you, and that's when you turn the set around and it's like a facade. There's nothing at the back. No grills to flip patties, no cash register to take any orders, and even Squidward's is missing in action. It's like Lego built a half-hearted Krusty Krab. Now this is number 10, Lego First Order's Heavy Scout, and it's a vehicle that not many fans might recognize at first because, well, it never actually appeared in the movies. Imagine that, a Lego set based on something that never even made the final cut. To be honest, as weird as it is, it'd be kind of cool having it because it's something that was never in the movie and it's like a fan creation at that point. Now let's talk about Lego Scala 3121. Now let's just imagine Lego trying to win over young girls with the Scalica theme. They thought, hey, let's appeal to the Barbie fans out there, right? Who wouldn't want that? The theme didn't last long on store shelves, and here's the kicker. Set 3121 called Summer Day Out had this figure named Baby Thomas. And oh boy, those eyes. I'm just gonna move on from that. This is Lego Nestle Nesquik Bunny. Nestle's beloved bunny mascot made an exclusive appearance in 3 polybag sets from 2001 all the way up to 2003. Only 2 years. Can you believe it? And look, he played different roles like a racer, driver, and even a movie star. But again, here's the kicker, and you better be prepared for this. Under that adorable rabbit headpiece lies a face that might give you a fright. Coming in at number 7 is the Lego Gladiator. Gladiator, the theme that has gone down in Lego history as one of the worst ever. I don't know why Lego would make sets when stuff doesn't do good. But anyways, yep, I'm not kidding. Some folks say that it's so bad that it's almost legendary. Now time for Lego Guitar. When Lego wanted to strut its stuff with the 3rd gen Mindstorm's programmable robotics kit, or the EV3, they called on the Lego community to showcase their own talent. And guess what? Someone made a legit electric guitar out of Lego bricks. It even has its unique Lego style sound. I mean, just listen to this thing. I mean, bro, rock on, bro. Look at this thing. But this next thing though, I bet you didn't even know it was real because it's a working Lego 3D printer. Get ready for some Lego magic with this one because Mastermind, an engineering graduate, embarked on a mission to build a wallet-friendly 3D printer. And oh boy, did he do that. Because enter the Lego Bot, a 3D printer almost entirely constructed from Lego bricks and powered by NXT components. It's not the most practical printer since it does use hot glue instead of filament, but boy, I mean, this thing is a blast to tinker with. I mean, just think of all the Lego things you can make with it. Lego Joker's Funhouse. Paul Hetherington didn't hold back with his Lego creation because this is the Joker's base. But don't let that piece count fool you though, because this funhouse, inspired by Batman video games and Australia's Luna Park, is built across 3 levels and is equipped with Lego power functions motors and Technic gears. And honestly, it's a whirlwind of moving parts, including bat traps, and the detail is off the charts. I mean, just look at this thing, and even this thing. I mean, all around, I mean, it's just a crazy build. Lego Orrery. This spectacular creation is the brainchild of Jason Alleman, affectionately known as the Mad Lego creator. But anyways, with just under 500 pieces, this model takes those humble bricks to a whole new level. I mean, just picture this, a working model of the sun, earth, and moon, complete with their mesmerizing spins and orbits. I've never seen anyone do that with Lego. I mean, it's just insane. Now, while it might not be entirely to scale, obviously, the accuracy of the orbits and rotations is mind-boggling close to 100%. I mean, it's basically like the real thing. It's like having quite literally a mini universe in Lego form, and that's just, I mean, that's crazy, bro. Imagine having like your own planets and Lego just spinning around doing whatever. Maybe there's not a meteor that takes out dinosaurs again, or that was a terrible joke. We're gonna move on. If Lego made realistic flowers, this is what it would be. And I think it's a great way to spruce up your living space with the Botanical Collection Flower Bouquet, which is what it's called. I mean, this is a stunning arrangement, and it's crafted entirely from Lego blocks and features a vibrant assortment of flowers, including roses and sunflowers. And of course, you have no need to worry about watering too, because it's literally just Lego. I mean, you could just place this colorful bouquet in your living room and enjoy the everlasting beauty. And it even looks a little bit realistic. But how about Lego Harry Potter crests? I'm calling out all the Harry Potter enthusiasts because these buildable Harry Potter house crests are a must-have for any fans. You're able to choose your lines to Slytherin, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, or Ravenclaw, or combine all 4 to create a striking house crest display. And you can even add a touch of modern wizarding comforting charm to your home and proudly declare your Potterhead status. Big Lek boxes. Say hello to the Big Lek boxes, which is a collaboration between Lego and IKEA. I mean, who would have thought Lego and IKEA made something? But anyways, these simple and easy to assemble storage solutions tackle your everyday clutter issues in style. From crafting tea boxes to mini planters, the Big Lek collection offers an endless storage possibilities tailored to your needs. And if I'm being honest here, everybody already shops at IKEA, so why not get a Lego IKEA piece of furniture? I mean, that sounds pretty cool to me if you like Lego. But all right, I know what you wanted. You wanted a Lego toothbrush holder. Like what? You can upgrade your bathroom with the practical and playful Lego toothbrush holder. I mean, this sleek accessory holds your family's toothbrushes and even includes a toothpaste squeezer for added convenience. The only real concern I could see with something like this is if you're a messy brusher, all the toothpaste and water can get in between the bricks and like build mold, and it could be really gross. But all right, we're not gonna get into it. Let's just move on. Lego kintsugi. With this thing, you can actually embrace the trend of kintsugi, a Japanese art of repairing with gold with a Lego twist to it, because Lego Sugi allows you to mend broken items like plant holders, lamps, and tables using Lego bricks instead of actual gold. It's a creative and cool way to give new life to your household items and showcase your DIY skills as well. And onto another cool thing is the Lego safe with a key. Looking for a beginner-friendly Lego project, I mean, that pretty much anyone can do? Well, check out this Lego safe build. This simple yet intriguing design doesn't require specialized Lego bricks, making it accessible for builders with a limited selection. And you can even customize your safe by adding different colors or creating patterns to match your style. And who knows what kind of things you can hide in there. Just don't tell your mom. Lego puzzle box. For the tricksters in your home, the Lego puzzle box is a delightful challenge. Shaped like a classic Lego house, it also holds a secret that rattles when shaken. But what's the catch anyways? Well, the door doesn't open so easily. I mean, obviously it doesn't. And it's a perfect gift for those who enjoy brain-teasing tasks and things that just want, things that you just want to challenge your brain with. And if you're new to building, you can start with a basic drawer design using common Lego pieces to ease into the puzzle-making fun. But if you suck at puzzles, you won't probably like this. But maybe you'll like the Batman Batarang? Bro, who knew that there was a Lego Batman Batarang? Because London South Bank boasts a colossal spectacle, a Batman Batarang installation by Lego design company Bright Bricks. It's constructed from a staggering 35,000 Lego pieces, and this installation is a whopping 133 times larger than the original Lego piece. Bro, listen, I don't know about you, but if I saw a real-life Lego Batarang that's literally bigger than me, I mean, I'd take a picture with it. Let's move on to the Starship OSS Pontbriand. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, whatever this is, it will definitely wow you, because allow me to introduce you to some Lego brilliance with the Starship OSS Pontbriand. Crafted by the talented Jeff Pelletier, this masterpiece is literally a whopping 6 feet long and boasts 4 levels of intricately furnished interiors. I mean, just literally look at all the details this thing has. All right, but who knew that there was a Lego Mount Rushmore? Because Lego engineers took creativity to new heights with their quirky rendition of Mount Rushmore, nestled within the Legoland of Denmark. And believe it or not, this whimsical version is made up of a staggering 1 million Lego bricks, making it a truly unique and eye-catching attraction that's bound to bring a smile to your face, and maybe the faces of the people on Mount Rushmore. Just kidding, they don't smile. But look at this Lego jet engine. Now, before you get any wild ideas, remember that this Lego jet engine isn't ready for real flight. I mean, obviously. This impressive model crafted by Rolls-Royce is made up of a staggering 152,455 bricks. It's about half the size of the Trent 1000 engine that powers the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. While it won't actually get you off the ground though, it is packed with moving parts that do mimic the motions of a real jet engine, and you might even mistake it for one if you're blind. I mean, I might fall for it. But all right, back to Harry Potter with Lego Hogwarts. Can you believe that a love for Lego was rekindled during playtime with a young son? Because that's exactly what happened to Alice Finch. Her first colossal project was a jaw-dropping Lego Hogwarts with a whopping 400,000 pieces. Like, what? And that was just the beginning too, because she's gone on to craft other mind-blowing designs like the intricate Rivendell, a playable Lego Quidditch pitch, a Hobbit-friendly Hobbiton, a detailed Notre Dame Cathedral model, and even the Isle of Berk from How to Train Your Dragon, a project she teamed up with her son, Thorin. And guys, please don't flame me in the comments if I said anything wrong. I mean, these are some crazy names. Regardless though, these are some crazy big builds, and I didn't know they were real until I just quite literally found out. I feel like everybody knows this one at this point, but this is the Lego Rubik's Cube robot. Ever heard of the Cube Stormer robots? Well, these robotic marvels have been solving Rubik's Cubes with ever-decreasing record times, and they're doing it in a way that will leave you amazed too. The brainpower behind these robots, Mike Dobson and David Gilday, outdid themselves with the Cube Stormer 3, the latest iteration. And brace yourself, because this ingenious bot solved the Rubik's Cube in an astonishing 3.253 seconds. Like, bro, how do you do that? They harnessed the power of a smartphone app to analyze the cube's colors, making it a fusion of cutting-edge tech and classic toy magic. Anyways, I don't care how good you are at Rubik's Cubes, bro. This thing is gonna beat you in 2 seconds. Lego microscope? This just isn't any microscope. I mean, it's a fully functional one crafted entirely from Lego bricks. The mastermind behind this innovative creation is Carl Mariam, and his attention to detail is also just awe-inspiring. I mean, just look at like these little like details that are here, here, and here. I mean, maybe you wouldn't even know it's Lego to begin with. Imagine actual Lego magnifying glasses, silver Lego swords ingeniously securing slides in place, and even a Lego LED power functions light as the light source itself. Yes, you heard that right. I mean, it is just a stunning blend of creativity and science, proving that Lego isn't just for kids, bro. I mean, bro, you could do like actual science with this thing. You might even be able to find the cure for cancer. Who knows? This one's a pretty popular one, but I didn't even know this was real, and this is the Lego Freedom Fighters. Now, let's shift gears to a profound creation with a powerful message. A Chinese artist renowned for his activism found a unique way to make his voice heard despite facing personal challenges. Locked within the confines of his homeland, Ai Weiwei's art, bro, I'm not saying that name's right, knows no boundaries. He showcased a collection of Lego works on the historic grounds of Alcatraz. Among these captivating pieces were the mosaic Lego portraits, an assembly of over 1.2 million bricks. And these portraits depicted 176 individuals who faced silencing, imprisonment, or exile for daring to speak out against injustice. So yeah, I mean, Lego clearly isn't for kids, and I mean, I didn't even know this thing was real. Good for him, bro. All right, Lego Death Star. In the realm of Legoland, epic creations are par for the course, but the Lego Death Star takes it to an entirely new level. I mean, just picture Darth Vader's iconic weapon and the fortress meticulously constructed from a staggering 500,000 Lego bricks. This colossal creation also tips the scale at 862 kilograms and stands an impressive 3.9 meters tall by 2.4 meters wide. Pretty sure that's bigger than me. Transporting this behemoth 2 to its final resting place within the California theme park required the mighty assistance of a forklift. Everybody knows there's a Lego Death Star, but I didn't know that there was a big one this big. Lego Cyborg Arm. Meet Dave Diavo Voltaggio, hope I'm saying that right, and his functional robotic Lego arm that is as impressive as it sounds. And this isn't your average Lego construction. It's a fusion of Lego Technic components and Mindstorm's technology. Dave wears this robotic marvel over his own right arm, and through a series of cleverly designed buttons, he commands the arm's movements. Like, he literally has a cyborg arm out of Lego. I'm not even joking. Each button corresponds to a motor controlling the fingers and thumb. It's like science fiction brought to life through plastic Lego bricks. But I didn't know this was real. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, I kind of want one now, bro. I feel like Iron Man up in this hoe. Poseidon. In the thrilling premiere season of Lego Masters Australia, the dynamic duo Henry and Cade crafted an awe-inspiring creation named Poseidon that had both the judges and the audience utterly shocked. From the visually striking clash of forces portrayed to the meticulously crafted subplot involving a miniature boat, the Poseidon build wasn't just a sculpture, it was a triumph of storytelling. The reactions it elicited from onlookers mirrored the core of Lego Masters' success. I can't believe they actually built that, as someone said that. And the fact that Henry and Cade had no previous benchmark for their season 1 endeavor further underscored the monumental feat they accomplished. Their remarkable ability to ensnare hearts and minds through their storytelling prowess set an impressively high standard for the seasons to follow. And I mean, look at the pictures of this thing. Would you know that this thing was real? Mad Scientist Frankenfig. The stage was set in the second season of Lego Masters Australia, where Jackson and Alex took the spotlight with their breathtaking creation, Mad Scientist Frankenfig. Rising above all that came before, this towering marvel left viewers in awe with its staggering size and intricate detailing. And at its heart, a majestic purple abode atop a rugged mountain acted as a backdrop for the minifigures' inhabitants. I mean, seriously, how cool is this thing? Honestly, bro, if you shrunk me down and put me in this thing for Halloween, I think I'd freak out. I think I'm gonna, I'd blow up or something. Strum King 80s Rockstar. Now, moving on to Lego Masters Season 3, it witnessed the audacious duo Owen and Scott and to present their creation Strum King 80s Rockstar during the arcade game challenge, leaving everyone astounded. This build went beyond mere visual appeal, flaunting a remarkable functionality that left a lasting impression on everyone that was there. Despite grappling with an array of technical hurdles, Owen and Scott displayed an ingenious spirit by crafting an arcade game that not only lit up, but also moved in a meticulously choreographed sequence. Anyways, Owen and Scott's display of technical finesse was nothing short of extraordinary, and it elevated the competition's excitement and suspense to new heights. And I mean, just look at this thing, dude. Like, I bet I 100% know for a fact that you didn't know that a Lego arcade game was real. All right, now picture this. You're trying to make something flat look like it's actually zooming across the room. Not an easy task, right? I mean, why would it be? Well, artists have been cracking that nut for ages, and here's where the Flash enters the scene. This Lego wonder, it's practically a masterclass in showing off the Flash's speed and agility. I mean, the dude's known for being quicker than a hiccup. I don't don't think anyone's compared it to a hiccup, but you get the point. And this Lego gem captures that essence flawlessly. It's like looking at a hurricane in human form. But to be completely honest, who knew that you could actually like add speed lines to a real life structure? Like, this looks really cool. And I bet if you blurred your eyes a bit, it actually looked like he's moving fast. But next up is Toy Story and Lego. You know that feeling when you wonder why the heck Lego and Toy Story haven't joined forces yet? Well, guess what? Because with Toy Story 4 hitting the big screen back in 2019, the stars finally aligned. And this Lego creation, well, it's a nostalgia bomb waiting to explode on your favorite meme pages. I'm never saying that sentence again. That RC car from the OG flick, yeah, it's not just some prop. It's an unsung hero with a ton of emotional weight in the Toy Story saga. We all love our cowboy and spaceman, but the RC car deserves a shout out for sure too. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know that there was a life-size Toy Story like Lego creations ever. So that's pretty cool. Iron Man. Just Iron Man. Let's talk about Marvel for a second. Remember when Iron Man first kicked off his whole superhero movie explosion? Robert Downey Jr. in that snazzy suit set the stage on fire. Fast forward a decade, and here is this Lego Iron Man crafted by the brilliant minds of Ramon and Armador Marcilla. Bro, why does everyone have such complicated names? Tony Stark here? Well, he's got that casual cool vibe, like he's reminiscing about the days when saving the world was just another day in the office. He's practically the wise old sage of the Avengers, and I didn't know that there was a life-size Iron Man version Lego of him. Like, it's pretty crazy. Hobbiton. Hold on to your Hobbit hats, folks, because we've got the Helm's Deep as a blockbuster battle, but let's shift focus to the Hobbiton, the picturesque round-doored haven of hobbits. Bilbo's crib has turned into a real-life tourist attraction in New Zealand. Like, actually, like, it's real life now. And now, thanks to Lego, we can all visit a pint-sized version of this magical place. Seriously, the circular door on the side of the hill is like a VIP ticket to a fantasy world, a world that Tolkien spun into epic tales. Just hope that Lego Gandalf doesn't knock his head. Terrible joke. We're moving on. Charmander. Yes, Lego Charmander. Ah, Pokemon and Lego, a duo that's practically destined for greatness. And although there's some knockoffs out there like this or that, they haven't really done it yet. So sure, we've seen Pixar-inspired pocket monsters in brick form, but this Charmander, it's like they caught the essence of this fiery critter and molded it into a 3D Lego art. Not only did they capture Charmander's adorable baby dragon look, but they also managed to infuse its rebellious, sassy attitude as well. And this Lego creation is practically sparking a wildfire of imagination, igniting the kid in all of us. Get it? Igniting, wildfire. I'm moving on. Tiger in a tree. Now let's meet the dynamic duo of another thing, David and Gus. These guys pulled off something that left everyone's jaws hanging in the Out on a Limb challenge during season 3. And get this, they gave birth to Tiger in a Tree. And no, it's not just about stacking blocks, because this thing was a one-way ticket to pushing any boundaries. They mixed together creativity, design, engineering, and a touch of gravity to whip up this masterpiece. And that tiger, it's not just a chunk of bricks, because it's got emotions and features so real that you'd almost expect it to roar. David and Gus, I mean, they're basically Lego wizards who knew how to yank heartstrings with their builds. And bro, I mean, this build is just super massive as well. The forest. Hold on to your hats just yet, because David and Gus weren't done yet. For the grand finale, they busted out the forest. But here's the kicker, because they ditched the minifigs and went all artsy with the still life scene. Think paintings, but in Lego form. And let me tell you, that's like a masterclass in Legoing. Precision was the name of the game, and as every teeny tiny detail had to be spot on for the magic to happen. Now, get this. The deer and wolves? Yeah, you could practically feel the anticipation in their Lego eyes. And those trees? Well, they weren't just blocked, because they were the result of a Lego brainstorming storm. The forest wasn't just another build. It was a testament to David and Gus's ability to whisk you away into their Lego dreamscape. The Pharaoh statue. When you envision a pharaoh, the image of a weathered statue in a museum might come to mind. However, prepare to have your expectations shattered as you feast your eyes on a colossal Egyptian pharaoh statue constructed of over 200,000 Lego bricks. Standing tall at 4.8 meters, this Lego masterpiece is a key attraction in the Kingdom of the Pharaohs collection at Legoland Windsor. And what's even more astonishing is the story behind it. This Lego pharaoh embarked on an epic voyage down the Thames River, mirroring the legendary journey of Anubis, the Egyptian god of the dead. Anubis's monumental statue also graced the river's waters in the past. And this contemporary spin on historical art is a true testament to creativity and engineering, and who even knew that a pharaoh statue was even made out of Lego to begin with? Largest brick caravan. Lego Wall-E. Everyone's favorite lonely bot, Wall-E, has been ingeniously brought to life using a variety of Lego pieces. The magic of Lego's robotics and engineering themed sets shines through in this creation, and the result is a moving and expressive Wall-E showcasing the potential of combining Lego's versatile pieces with engineering and principles. Dragon. Just dragon. It's hard to believe that this sea monster is genuinely made out of Lego, because how are people so talented? Reading Greeting visitors at what appears to be a theme park or boat rental business, the dragon brings a touch of childlike wonder to the environment. Its playful design, with parts of a body emerging in and out of the water, creates a whimsical and inviting atmosphere. Or it might freak you away because you might think it's the Loch Ness Monster or something, but I mean, he has a fun face. Look at this guy. In the opening contest of LEGO Masters, teams were tasked with creating sections of a minifig scale LEGO theme park. These sections were then merged to form a captivating tableau for display. The duo of Aaron Newman and Christian Cowgill stood out with their creation named Spaceland. This build revolved around a crashed alien spaceship featuring a towering motorized Ferris wheel that stole the spotlight. This competition not only introduced the teams, but also set the tone for the entire season. And of course, the winners of the initial round earned the Golden Brick, a coveted token providing immunity from elimination in a future round. But who knew that something like this even existed? I mean, maybe you did. Largest LEGO cherry blossom tree. Motorcycle. Have you ever considered the art of capturing your LEGO creations in striking photographs? Toy photography has become a hidden gem in the age of the internet. Case in point, this incredible LEGO motorcycle creation, well, it's just more than just a building because it's about positioning and posing the toy in ways that make it feel absolutely real. Remember those childhood fantasies of placing action figures on a sleek motorcycle ready to conquer villains and save the day? Well, this motorcycle creation brings that dream to life. The level of detail and craftsmanship isn't just about the bricks, it's about the story it tells and the dynamic poses it strikes. Largest LEGO brick Ferris wheel. Imagine a Ferris wheel made entirely from LEGO bricks, 37,000 of them to be exact. I'm not gonna get this name right, but Thomas Kasparik from the Czech Republic took on the impressive project that took around 200 hours of effort to complete. Inspired by the iconic London Eye, Thomas faced the challenge of constructing a circular frame that could actually hold the shape without breaking. And the result? Well, a towering LEGO Ferris wheel that stands at an impressive height of 3.64 meters, or to be more specific, 11 feet and 11 inches tall, and features 43 carriages for the ultimate LEGO amusement ride experience. Anyways, I know LEGO Ferris wheels are a thing, but did you know that there was this big of a LEGO Ferris wheel out there? Victorian House. In the Harry Potter and Company, when it comes as a homage to the retro sci-fi films and television shows. Though, despite its seeming coolness, the exosuit gives off an eerie impression. It just makes you feel uncomfortable, you know? To begin with, the exosuit looks like something out of the 1979 sci-fi horror film Alien. Some individuals may even get the creeps when they see this costume because of its sleek black surface and long, spindly arms and legs. For fans of the Alien series, the exosuit includes a hidden Easter egg, if you will, that is guaranteed to give them the creeps. Meanwhile, a miniature LEGO chest burster in whole blood red with a sharp, toothy head is hidden away in one of the suit's pockets. But for number 9, we have the Death Star set. I mean, everybody knows this one from LEGO Star Wars, and that's why it's on our list. The set has roughly 4,000 pieces and is beyond the skill level of any casual LEGO fan. It's not the easiest thing to build. And in spite of its many attractive features, the LEGO Star Wars Death Star kit also has a sinister tone to it. If you want to get to it, for starters, the Emperor Palpatine minifigure is one of the most interesting additions to the set. Meanwhile, the figure's aged face and sinister attitude makes it very, very uncomfortable. Not to mention that the dark, hooded robe and crimson lightsaber that comes included with the figure only contributes to its menacing appearance. But that's not it for the Death Star, because lastly, the garbage compactor monster that comes with it is one of the more unsettling figures in the entire collection. That's not all that bad though, because number 8 is something a little more different. That's right, it's Jeffrey the Giraffe. You see, these toys don't look like they were made by a company that aims to provide children with a positive play experience with their creepy patterns and faces. One may even think that an image of Jeffrey was just ran through a make it look like a LEGO set filter and just used it as is. Don't get us wrong though, we do appreciate LEGO honoring a classic from our youth, but it's difficult to deny that these setups have an eerie quality and tone to them in general. Maybe it's the way Jeffrey's eyes appear to pierce right through you, or even the lifelike giraffe head. I mean, look, these collections demonstrate that, yeah, not all throwbacks are created equal. But now it's time for number 7, the Scala 3121 Summer Day Out. Among the many LEGOs we are looking at, the Scala 3121 Summer Day Out stands out when it comes to creepy LEGO pieces. And the packaging itself, I mean, it's enough to give you nightmares on its own. For instance, Baby Thomas, the doll that is included in the package, has an unnerving lifelike eyes that just follow you wherever you go. I mean, look at this thing. On the other hand, a person can feel watched by this kind of stare, even if they are alone in a room. We don't like clowns, we don't like Baby Thomas either. But the creepiness isn't the only thing that sets this collection apart. It's also the fact that LEGO produced the Barbie-themed Scala line in an effort to appeal to female consumers, basically girls that like LEGO too. Scala, with its emphasis on clothing and accessories, was designed as a girly alternative to the standard LEGO line. And of course, unfortunately, it never caught on and was swiftly abandoned into something of the past to never be seen again. Yeah, but don't forget about Baby Thomas. He's gonna be following you everywhere. Jokes aside though, speaking of jokes, number 6 is the Jokerland set. Some more disturbing LEGO creations is the Jokerland, a carnival-themed park managed by the Joker and his nefarious associates. The big ride features a terrifying clown and is accompanied by a haunted mansion and other rides and attractions that are meant to terrify the inhabitants of Gotham City. Meanwhile, the Joker robot is an impressive piece of machinery that serves as the set's main attraction, whereas the robot is unsettling to look at, what is with its grotesque proportions and snarling face. But perhaps the most unsettling though is the Jokerland's general vibe. The park is supposed to be a place where families can go and have a good time, but the Joker and his henchmen have turned it into a terrifying place. No doubt, all the rides and attractions are dark and sinister, with a creepy clown staring at the guests from every direction and frightening warnings posted everywhere. The set definitely takes the cake, but does it take the cake as number 5? Because we're moving on to number 5, Frankenstein Monster. With his stitched together body and menacing expression, Frankenstein's monster is also another classic LEGO horror icon. But when he's made out of LEGO bricks, there's something even more unsettling about him already. I mean, look, even for horror fans, it's a scary sight to see. Then again, LEGO Frankenstein's monster set is effectively eerie due to the brand's meticulous attention to detail. The bolts in the monster's neck and the scars on his forehead are just 2 of the examples of the meticulous attention to detail that went on in recreating this appearance on the LEGO. But even with all of that, is it as bad as number 4, which is the Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington LEGO set? He's creepy to look at with his bony body and toothy grin. The thing is though, the faithful recreation of the original persona is one of the reasons why the LEGO set is so unsettling. But by all means, the designers did a great job at recreating Jack Skellington's skeletal features right down to his bony fingertips. The LEGO blocks have been designed to look like his suit, furthering the illusion of the realism of the character itself. Number 3, the LEGO recreation of the Bates Motel. The LEGO recreation of the Bates Motel, made famous by Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, is also both stunning and unsettling too. This house is complex in design, with a sharply slanted roof, many chimneys, and a creepy window in the attic. Yet, the surrounding scenery is equally beautiful, with realistically rendered trees, bushes, and flowers too. The gloomy atmosphere it generates, yet, is what truly sets this LEGO construction distinct. But who here is scared of spiders? Because I know I am, and number 2 is the LEGO sculpture of a giant spider. Of course, you have to give credit to the LEGO builders' creativity and talent that they were able to bring such a thing to life using LEGO. But what truly separates this sculpture from others is the way in which it plays on our most basic phobias. Humans have been terrified of spiders for millennia, and this model captures that feeling exactly perfectly. As you go closer to this enormous spider, you begin to wonder whether or not it will strike you at any moment. It feels that real, I promise you. But wait until you hear about the next one on our list. Number 1, the humanoid robot LEGO set. Just imagine walking into a room and facing a humanoid robot made entirely out of LEGO pieces. That's right, even the thought of it gives you chills. With AI taking over the world right now and just getting bigger and bigger and stronger, which is very scary, the unnerving resemblance between this LEGO build and the real thing is bound to give you the creeps. Its amazing and unnerving agility is the result of its limbs' ability to bend and twist. What's even creepier though is that the robot's face seems so natural that it can even mimic human emotions. This LEGO robot undoubtedly looks and moves so realistically that it is unsettling. You almost expect it to just, get up and go around on its own and start interacting with the things in your room. Or, far worse, to come to life and take control of everything. Sounds a lot like AI, doesn't it? But did they remove the Slave Leia LEGO minifigure? Princess Leia Organa, as she appeared when in captivity with the infamous Jabba the Hutt, is yet another quite R-rated LEGO creation ever because, well, mainly because of this alarming image of Leia is a reference to a controversial moment in the Star Wars films. And what's more is that her in the captive condition is further highlighted by the frequent depictions of her with an expression of fear or misery on her face. And given that that kind of PTSD might not reflect well with others, there has been debates and criticisms about the minifigure. While some do think it's a bad idea to put such a mature theme inside a toy marketed towards kids, some have no problem with it. I mean, do you have a problem with it? What do you think of this figure? I mean, we all have our own opinions. How about the concubine of the Lone Ranger set though? As we continue to investigate the 18+ Lego minifigures and all these different kinds of things, there is another quite unanticipated character from Johnny Depp's The Lone Ranger. Meet Red, a minifigure who represents a brother's mistress in the film. Now, it is shocking that Lego made and sold a figurine based on this character's part, but quite honestly, the decision to include a brother mistress in Lego's portfolio leads us to question the company's priorities. Yet the design subtleties must not be overlooked. For one, the amount of care and precision put into creating Red's minifig is impressive. The elaborately sculpted custom hairpiece and the precisely attached bonnet on her head are just two examples of excellent design on display. So yeah, it might have a deeper theme to it, but you can't lie, this figure does look pretty cool. But it's kind of similar to the Native American family minifigure. Now, this 18+ Lego set 215 in the Lego classification system was first released in the 1970s. And even though the scenario of a Native American family paddling their canoe might not be seen particularly controversial at first, closer inspection exposes an aspect that might have caused quite a bit of an uproar. Because if you look at it, concerns have been raised about the historical accuracy of this Lego set owing to the coloring of the Native American figures. Because these Native American figurines have a red complexion, which is a departure from the standard yellow skin tone that most other Lego minifigures have. Then again, the choice to give these individuals a red skin tone, which may have been meant to represent their ethnicity, simplifies and stereotypically portrays a whole group of people, and this representation is also consistent with damaging racial stereotypes that were common. We're not going to get too political, but the point is, Lego is like, I mean, you can question this. I mean, there's a deeper meaning here for sure. All right, but this one's not so bad, it seems. The Lego Titanic. We're calming things down a bit with this one, because with a piece count of over 9,000, the Lego Titanic is extraordinarily achievement of a design and engineering. Now, it isn't R-rated or 18+, but of course, given the complicated build that it requires, you can still consider it to be a set for people that are 18 or over, just because of how hard it is. While of course it wasn't the largest Lego set ever built, it is still one of the company's most impressive creations for its 18+ audience. I mean, this model is a precise recreation of the RMS Titanic, and a ship famous for her tragic maiden voyage. It pays a homage to the historical masterpiece that was once the largest and most luxurious ship ever built. But moving backward, you'll find that the ship's tail is filled with similar structures like cargo cranes, hatches, staircases, and nicely made railings. Now, the Lego Titanic may be purchased from the official Lego shop, Amazon, and a bunch of other places, and its price point is approximately $630, so big yikes on that. But although it may appear to be a big purchase at first glance, the value of the model you get is consistent with a high level of detail that went into creating it. Overall, it's complex but plenty of fun and 18+. But let's move on to the Mystic Tarot Parlor. With the mysterious appeal of this Lego set, the Mystic Tarot Parlor is an astonishing jewel tucked away within the daring Brick After Dark collection. This Lego set is also intended for people over the age of 18, and given that we all have parents who wouldn't want us to get our heads wrapped around the idea of card reading. So you're probably wondering to yourself now, why is the Mystic Tarot Parlor Lego set reserved only for adults? It's really only 18+ because of the theme of the thing, and it's not really 18+ when it comes to any other aspect. It's just the theme overall and what it stands for. But it's boring anyway, so let's move on to the Galactic Gambler's Den. Given the adult vibes that this particular Lego set radiates, as you enter the Galactic Gambler's Den, an exciting masterpiece that is a standout in a bold fan-made Brick After Dark collection, where Lego sets take on a whole new adult-rated twist. So the Galactic Gambler's Den allows you to piece together an adult-oriented masterpiece that is equally amusing and daring. Up next, though, is something that everyone knows about, and that's the Batcave Shadow Box. And yes, this one's a little bit of fun. The unique spin that this set offers was inspired by the 1992 film Batman Returns. So for one, its unique selling point is the clamshell-like way in which it opens up to reveal a large, beautifully made Batcave. And right now, amongst the fans, there appears to be an even split in their opinions about the set. You see, it has won over some fans with its unusual style and bold approach, while others are more suspicious. Then again, it's intriguing to see Lego try out such a risky design which looks like it has been inspired by a fan's imagination. Though putting the Batcave next to the $500 Rivendell set is a great way to appreciate its massive size and elaborate design, or simply comparing it to the Marvel Hulkbuster armor does the same thing, drawing the attention of how massive and intricate it is. Additionally too, it comes with a collection of 7 minifigures that contribute to the overall appeal of the set. Both the official Lego online site and brick-and-mortar Lego stores throughout the world sell this set, making it easy for fans to get their hands on. And according to the information gained by a variety of sources, you should plan to commit roughly 15 hours into the construction of the fascinating Lego Batcave shadow box set. Still though, the specific amount of time necessary to complete the construction may differ from one builder to the next, depending on the level of experience and expertise possessed by the particular person. And now, some fans may be disappointed that LEGO didn't expand on other notable Batman depictions, such as the Batman animated series or Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy, which were not included in the set's tribute to Batman Returns, but who knows what the future holds, right? I mean, there could be more sets, who knows? All in all though, it is an 18+ set because of all the little details, but not in a sus way. It's just 18+ because it's pretty hard to build. But is the Land Rover Rover Classic Defender 90 hard to build? I mean, wow, what a name. The intriguing LEGO Icons Land Rover Classic Defender 90 set will take your building skills to the next level, and no, I'm not exaggerating, because the Land Rover Classic Defender 90 is one of the most iconic off-road vehicles in history and is the subject to this immersive project aimed squarely towards adult people, or just adults. So it's safe to say that the exciting adventure awaits you as you piece together this legendary car and take it for a ride in your own unique imagination. True to the original model from 1983, this rare beauty is painted sand green with a white roof, white wall tires, and a rich brown interior. The model's intricate working, such as the steering, opening doors, suspension, and open hood, are all examples of the skilled craftsmanship that went into the creation, where accurate interior details, such as a cute coffee cup for the driver, are all included within. Overall, the Land Rover Classic Defender 90 is highly modifiable, allowing you to create an off-road masterpiece, because you can add a sturdy roll cage, fire extinguisher, jerry cans, toolbox, working wrench, mud guards, and dependable traction plates to your creation to give it a more off-roading edge and to just make it more realistic. You can even choose whether you have a left or right-handed driving experience with the car, so you can literally put the steering wheel wherever you want. And on top of that, you can tailor your invention to your exact specifications by choosing one of the 3 different roof designs and the 2 different engines. Not to mention, the model's clear measurements are eye-catching, more than 6 inches tall, 12.5 inches long, and 6 inches wide. It's definitely part of a line for grown-ups who take pleasure in complicated patterns, and this piece is definitely made with that enjoyment in mind. So again, not 18+ because it's sus, but because of the theme. And it's kind of similar with this one, The Office. Now everybody knows what The Office is, and you can now bring home a piece of the iconic universe thanks to the LEGO Ideas display model. Because this LEGO piece, inspired by the popular mockumentary, allows players to act out scenes from the stereotypical American workplace. I mean, just imagine everything you could do with this. You can spend some time in Dunder Mifflin office in Scranton by building familiar settings out of LEGO bricks. Key locations from the show that are in the set, such as Michael Scott's office and the conference room, are all included in the set, capturing the spirit of the show. And for fans of the show, I mean, they're gonna love it. Moving on to this classic collection features 15 LEGO minifigures. I mean, that is an absolute ton. I mean, we all love the minifigures, and each one is carefully crafted to look like your favorite character from the show. Even Angela's cat, Garbage, is represented along with the likes of Michael Scott, Pam Beasley, Dwight Schrute, Jim Halpert, and the others, where 2 different facial expressions are included with each figurine. We know that LEGO models also bring to life the lobby, given Michael's individual office, Jim and Dwight's shared desk island, and the desk islands of Phillies and Stanley, all of them included in the set. Accessories on the set too, such as Jim's teapot, Pam's engagement ring, Michael's script, Dwight's concealed weaponry, and Kevin's famed chili pot, all pay homage to the memorable moments of the series, making it a sweet trip down memory lane for anyone that is a fan of the show. Honestly, this collection is more than just an ode to The Office. I mean, it's a toast to the show's iconic scenes, which have entered the fabric of popular culture. You can get it from every store, and the total price of $120. I mean, for a set this size, it's a little bit pricey, but again, I mean, everything good comes at a good price, right? So 18+ because of the theme of the show, and yeah, I mean, it's cool for anyone that's an older LEGO fan. But now this is where things get sus, because we're talking about the steamy sauna escape ad. As you construct the sauna with its seductive design brick by brick, you'll begin to experience its alluring atmosphere. And if you do end up seeing LEGO put this fan proposed idea into an actual set, you'll find yourself attached by the intricate details that bring out the full potential of the setting, and its atmosphere will come to life with each new piece that has been thoughtfully arranged. And when you position the miniature LEGO figurines within this enticing setting, you may find everything you need to bring your steamy sauna escape ad to life with this comprehensive collection, which includes everything you could possibly need. But what about the LEGO Bricks and Chill Lounge? We're going back to the bold Brick After Dark collection, and it is home to the interesting Bricks and Chill Lounge, a creative high point tucked away within its boundaries. Because this LEGO set is intended for adults and challenges you to push the limits of conventional brick construction by combining a sense of childlike wonder with an air of seductive mystery. I mean, this is no kid's set. I mean, this is for sure 18+. In In this establishment, every brick is utilized as a component in the overall design of an upscale lounge environment that is anything but typical. But what makes the Bricks and Chill Lounge a Lego set that is appropriate for adults to play with only? Well, it is a combination of elaborate design and imaginative play that has been crafted to appeal to a more sophisticated sense of humor, not for kids exactly, you know what I mean? This set invites adult builders to stretch their creative limitations by including elements that inspire storytelling in a novel and risky ways. The lounge area itself too transforms into a blank canvas for leisure and self-expression, encouraging guests to stage scenes that are a reflection of their individual experiences and identities. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? And finally, for the #1 spot, it's the Pac-Man arcade. Probably not one you were expecting. And that's because Lego's Pac-Man arcade set seems to appear out of nowhere, and it's a fantastic homage to the classic 1980s arcade game, which means it's really the right fit for all you 18+ geeks out there. It's quite a faithful reproduction of the arcade cabinets from which the game was first played, even though one that's been cut in two. Anyway, the original's retro decorations were replicated but reduced to accommodate the largest flat Lego elements, the 8x16 tiles. Anyway, the original's retro decorations were replicated but reduced to accommodate the largest flat Lego elements, the 8x16 tiles, which were then tinted yellow and adorned with stickers. Speaking of throwback things though, the game has an extensive number of prints, including 3 white 6x8 slopes at the top of the arcade that spell out the title of the game. Additionally, stickers on the 6x6 black tiles serve as 2 more embellishments on the control panel this time around. But beyond that, the brick was made using triangular red tiles, and the joystick itself is a creative design using a red colored globe element in red, and the arrows near the joystick on the original arcades were printed onto the console panel. The game's main attraction is, of course, Pac-Man himself, who is being pursued by all the ghosts and whatnot. I mean, you know how it works. And that's pretty much the #1 spot. It's 18+ because, I mean, it's just for older people out there. Next though is the 7190 Millennium Falcon. Let's rewind to 2009 because that's when Lego introduced these things called Technic frames. They're like versatile building blocks that help make models sturdy and cool looking. But here's the catch, because once you snap one of these bits together, they might not want to come apart without a bit of a tussle. And imagine this scenario. Someone is putting together the 7190 Millennium Falcon set and suddenly realizes that they missed adding a couple of pieces. Oopsie daisy, because now these missing bits show up towards the end of the build, and here's what they're gonna have to do. Flip back through the instruction booklet to track down where those sneaky pieces go, gently take the model apart just a tad like a puzzle midway solved, then fit those missing pieces back in their rightful spots, carefully reassemble the whole thing, keeping their fingers crossed of course, and of course add the final touch. Oh, and guess what? They've got photos to show where the instructions went a bit wonky too. The inventory page missed listing those important pieces. Sneaky, right? Qui-Gon Jinn. Remember Qui-Gon Jinn, that Lego character or Star Wars character? In 2007, he got a style upgrade, and his minifigure had a fresh torso design showing off his brick yellow tunic and a bit of his brown shirt around the neck. And check this out, even his utility belt got a makeover to match the movie's look better. Down to his legs, yep, they match the color theme too. Now, here's the cool tidbit. Lego switched from yellow to flesh-colored skin for some characters, and Qui-Gon Jinn joined the club. His head and hands got a new shade to match, and his face print didn't change much, except his facial hair got a slightly lighter brown shade. Oh, and in one set, he ditched the usual hair for a reddish-brown hood. A different look for sure. He always carried a cape and a green lightsaber, though the hilt went from shiny silver to a more subtle medium stone gray. There was even a funny mix-up where he actually ended up with Obi-Wan Kenobi's head in one batch of sets, but they quickly fixed that up, and yeah, I was pretty cursed when that happened. 21303 Wall-E. 2015 was all about the buzz around the 21303 Wall-E set. Everyone was talking about it, but not all the chatter was positive. It's a bit of a bummer because the set is super impressive, but it had a design hiccup. You see, Wall-E's neck had 4 joints, which sounds awesome, right? 3 of these joints will let you move his head up and down, while the 4th will let you swivel it side to side. But that swivel joint wasn't quite the team player, and it didn't quite have enough friction to hold the head in place. Instead of staying put, it kind of just flopped around, making it harder to strike those epic poses that, you know, we all love to do with our Lego things. So yeah, it's a little bit cursed at times. I mean, if you look at it from like this angle. Steamboat Willie. Fast forward to 2019, and Lego Ideas brought us something exciting, the Steamboat Willie set. Now, if you were sharp-eyed, you might have noticed something funky because it was labeled as set 24 in the Ideas line, which is the exact same number as the Flintstone set, and yeah, whoops, Lego goofed up. They admitted their excitement got the better of them, and they accidentally slapped the wrong number on the Steamboat Willie packaging. It should have been number 25, not number 24, but no worries though, because they fixed it for all the future sets. But if you are a collector who loves those tiny little details, know that the first batch of these sets still carried that little numbering hiccup on the box, so you could always go out and try to find one. 75053 The Ghost. Now, do you remember the set The Ghost? Well, back in its original release, the Canon Jairus minifigure had the wrong hair color. Yup, they did goof up the hair, but fear not though, because they did fix it and made sure that now it sports the accurate hair color that it should have. And guess what? That original incorrect version has now become quite the rarity, meaning it's pretty rare to find and could be worth a lot of money. The Jazz Club set. If you're building this set, don't freak out when you hit the end of the bag 12 and there are no pieces left. Yeah, I'm not joking. They really cursed this one up. Despite LEGO's usually strict checks, the occasional error slips through, and in this case, the instructions for the Jazz Club set goofed up a bit. You're supposed to keep building for a couple more steps after bag 12, but you're left empty-handed. Don't worry though, because you're not missing the pieces, because here's the deal. Those steps should have been in the next set of bags. All the pieces you need are in there, so just open the next bags and start building from steps 332 and 333. Oh my god, that could have ended badly. It seems the original plan was to have those steps in the bag 12, but somehow the change didn't make it to the instruction booklet, and that went out with the set on January 1st. Thankfully though, this doesn't mess up the actual building process for this LEGO set. But yeah, just try not to get confused when you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? The Republic gunship. Back in 2021, the folks at the LEGO group noticed a little hiccup with their first batch of the Republic gunship set box art. Instead of the proper Republic logo, the initial run of the boxes showed the Imperial logo. Like, they literally just did a 180. Now, these logos are pretty similar, so it is a little bit easy to mess up, unless you're not a real Star Wars fan, given the storyline transition from the clone troopers to the stormtroopers in Revenge of the Sith. But if you are a true Star Wars fan at heart, you'll spot the mix-up in a heartbeat. Ivan, I'm not even gonna try to say his last name, the senior marketing manager at LEGO, stepped up and spilled the beans to Brick Fanatics and other LEGO fan media. He revealed that the team was on it and already working on an update to fix the packaging and instructions for the set. But hold your horses, because these revived sets won't hit the shelves anytime soon, which doesn't really make sense, but we're gonna move on anyway. The Dark Trooper attack. Fast forward now to 2022, and the LEGO group once again caught wind of some concerns. This time, it was about the packaging for the Fresh Face 75324 Dark Trooper attack set. The general response to this Mandalorian-themed set was quite positive actually, especially considering its wallet-friendly price tag and the awesome inclusion of 3 Dark Troopers and a new Luke Skywalker minifigure. But of course, keen-eyed fans are always on the lookout, and they spotted a small whoopsie on the box art for the new set. Now, despite the initial confusion, the Dark Troopers nestled inside the box are indeed identical to the ones that graced the previous summer's Imperial Light Cruiser set, even though they might not seem that way at first glance. So now you might be wondering if these initial edition boxes for the Dark Trooper attack sets would go on to actually become rare collector's items. So I'm here to tell you that that didn't happen. The Technic Ferrari Daytona SP3. Once again in 2022, the 42143 Technic Ferrari Daytona SP3 hit the scene, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. Racing Brick, who managed to snag an early set for review, noticed a bunch of issues with it. Now, LEGO did make some updates to the digital instruction manuals to fix up some of these problems, but not all of them got sorted out. Before you kick off your own building adventure with this set, let me give you the rundown on some of the glaring errors and fixes that might affect your journey, especially if you're relying on the printed instruction manuals that come with the set. On step 88, the initial instructions seem to have missed a crucial panel that would have shown how those 2 orange wave selectors should be positioned before you slide into the green beam. That's a pretty important detail since it directly impacts how the gearbox functions. This step had reviewers scratching their heads too, but worry not, because LEGO caught this one and fixed it in the digital instructions. So just go on their website and try to find that. But now on step 104, there's a little oopsie that hasn't been fixed yet by LEGO, and in step 104, there's a bit of a mix-up where the wrong element is highlighted. It's like the manual is almost playing a game of spot the difference, but it's not a game we want to play during our builds. And you know how sometimes you end up with extra pieces after completing a build? Well, in this case, there are 2 black fairings that might be longing around. However, though, Racing Brick's review came to the rescue once again, because those fairings should actually be attached to the red axes peeking out at the back of the car near the underside. Mistakes are part of the game, though, we all know that, and even the talented teams behind the sets of the Ferrari Daytona SP3 can slip up from time to time, or even other LEGO sets. From packaging mix-ups with the USC Republic gunship to the Marvel mechs encountering issues earlier that year, 2022 just wasn't exactly LEGO's smoothest run, you know what I mean? Now, let's talk price, because the Technic Ferrari Daytona SP3 set comes in at a whopping $399.99, and it's an official licensed Ferrari product too. And with so many slip-ups and a partially crucial one with the gearbox instructions, it's a bit hard to believe that it's this set with all the problems. Like, it's kind of disappointing. The Liber R9800 excavator. This time, once again, going back to 2019, the LEGO Technic Liber R9800 excavator was unleashed onto the scene, boasting an impressive 4,108 pieces. This mammoth Technic set stands tall at over 15 inches, stretching 25 inches inches in length and extending 10 inches in width. What sets this behemoth apart though are its 2 smart control units and even the 7 motors. But don't be fooled though, because the challenge here lies in making sure every specific component fits precisely to make the excavator function like a well-oiled machine. And of course, brace yourself for an extra layer of complexity, as you'll need to download a mobile app to actually ensure that everything is operating smoothly during the build. It's a little bit cursed because how many sets do you actually need a mobile app plus the instructions to make sure it works out? It's kind of weird, but I guess it's worth it with this set. Ghostbusters Firehouse Headquarters. For those who prefer the allure of movie-themed sets, the Ghostbusters Firehouse Headquarters might be more your speed. This iconic set, part of the Ghostbusters series, flaunts a staggering 4,634 pieces. Standing at 14 inches in height, 9 inches in width, and 14 inches in depth, this replica packs a punch in its size. But despite its seemingly straightforward appearance, building this set is like solving a puzzle. The challenge though, it's crafting the intricate segments within the building structure, as you have to work on recreating the various rooms of the Ghostbusters headquarters. Oh, and don't forget the fun task of arranging the array of accessories and spooky elements throughout the building. But yeah, basically, no pun intended, some of the instructions in this set can be a little bit cursed. I mean, as you see. The Tower Bridge. A set with 4,295 pieces might seem enticing, but it does come with its fair share of intricacies. The real challenge here is deciphering the slightly different shades of the beige colored bricks that make up this iconic structure. And it doesn't stop there, because keeping those towers upright and ensuring that the drawbridge mechanism functions smoothly can make you feel like you're managing a real bridge construction project. The Tower Bridge is a testament to the complexity and craftsmanship that goes into these expert level sets, and it can be a little bit hard, I mean, to do this thing. The Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle. Bro, I feel like there's always so many Harry Potter things. For those who like a touch of magic in their builds, there is the Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Castle. I think it's pretty obvious. This set lets you actually recreate the iconic school's Great Hall, moving staircases, and the classroom themselves. But wait, because there is more. With a staggering 6,020 pieces, this set is a true challenge for even the most seasoned builders. And guess what? Placing the stickers can be quite the test of patience and also precision. However, these little details add personality and character to the school's facade. And upon completion, the Hogwarts Castle stands tall at over 22 inches in height, stretching 27 inches in width, and even extending 16 inches in depth. But yeah, with this thing, it's pretty much just stickers. It's just like a sticker way to hell. That was a terrible joke. Back to the Star Wars Millennium Falcon. Earlier, I mentioned a very specific issue that one person had, but the Millennium Falcon in general is one that's a very cursed build. With 2 versions available, a classic and modern style, this set will keep you busy for more than just a weekend. I mean, I took a month to build like the big UCS, you know, the one that costs $1,000. Anyways, and considering the jaw-dropping 7,541 pieces and a bunch of minifigures, building the Millennium Falcon becomes an audacious journey in itself. The challenge lies in the complex configuration of hidden floor storage and multiple detachable components that need to come together seamlessly. And this is more than just snapping bricks together, because it's a test of your commitment and determination to conquer a galactic build of grand proportions and to also not mess up, because you can mess up. The Colosseum Lego set. Everybody knows this one. Fancy recreating an ancient wonder? Well, say hello to the Colosseum from the 2020 Lego Expert Creator Series. This colossal structure isn't just about the sheer quantity, it's also about the meticulous placement of every single brick shade to bring the architectural marvel to life. The challenge lies in maintaining the authenticity of the Colosseum's columns while ensuring stability and structure as well. It's like being an architect and a builder all at once. And once completed, this model amphitheater stands over 10.5 inches tall, stretching 20.5 inches in width, and even extending 23.5 inches in depth. But with this set, once again, the struggle and where the curse part comes in is just all the small details. I mean, oh boy, look at this, and this. If you mess it up, good luck. You might just need to buy a new set. The Titanic set. Next up, a grand endeavor that's as impressive as the namesake, the Lego Expert Creator Titanic. With a jaw-dropping 9,090 parts, this ship isn't just a set. It's also a project that demands dedication. With its high degree of compartmentalization, building the Titanic isn't just for the faint of heart. The complexity is real with this set. I'm not joking. You need to ensure that the propellers and the rudders work just as they should, and brace yourself for a journey that will take over 48 hours to complete. Yeah, this set is no joke, but in the end, you'll have a striking centerpiece measuring 18 inches in height, 17 inches in width, and a whopping 54 inches in length. And just like the Colosseum with this one, you just can't mess up. I mean, and some of the instructions on this set can be very cursed. It's almost like the set where the ship's in the bottle and you just have to flood it with like little pieces. Like if I can put up a picture, I will right here, but yeah, it's a little cuckoo. The world map. I think the most cursed challenge lies in the Lego Art World Map. Released in 2021 with a staggering 11,690 295 pieces, this is not just building. It's a masterclass in color differentiation and subtle shades. This set definitely demands a keen eye for detail and a knack for deciphering nuances. And as you place each piece and each individual brick, you're essentially mapping out your visual travel bucket list. And the world map is definitely a work of art that will most certainly leave you scratching your head more often than not. The Tower Bridge 10214. Now this one with a whopping 4,295 pieces, this LEGO Creator Expert model is a tribute to the iconic London landmark. I feel like everybody knows what this is, but let's be real, this ain't your average weekend project. This build is all about the finessing, because you're gonna find yourself wrestling with tiny pieces to just create those subtle suspensions that keep the bridge standing tall. And those spires on the bastions, well, attach them just right or risk the height of imbalance throwing off the whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's been charming folks along the River Thames since 1894, and bringing this magic to life requires some advanced building wizardry. The real test of your skills, though, does come down with the functional drawbridge, and that's where the set is cursed with the instructions. Because yeah, you heard that right. It opens up just like the real Tower Bridge to let ships pass through. Like, what else would it be for? Plus, there are some rare bricks in this mix that might just have you scratching your head unless you've got your trusty building instruction booklet by your side. In those 4 adorable miniature vehicles, the red London double-decker bus, the green car, yellow truck, and black taxi, they're not just for show, because you're gonna need some skills to make sure that everything stays steady, because nobody wants a wobbly tower bridge, right? LEGO Creator Expert 10261 roller coaster. When it comes to tackling the LEGO Creator Expert roller coaster set, many folks find themselves facing a mix of excitement and also a little bit of fear. And it's not because the set lacks appeal, quite the contrary actually. It's because of the colossal size. I mean, this thing is absolutely massive and it hasn't changed. And unpacking the roller coaster reveals a total of 11 sets of bags. The building process is also divided into 2 halves, with bags 1 through 5 forming the first half and bags 6 through 11 handling the second. Each half comes with its own instruction booklet too, which is a pain on its own. And anyone that's built a set with multiple instruction booklets, you know dang well what I'm talking about. Instead of unique printed bricks too, there's also a collection of over a dozen stickers used in various signs around the amusement park. It's a bit of a bummer, but by now, most LEGO enthusiasts have come to expect this sticker situation in many sets. The major hiccup though is that the instructions can be a bit of a head scratcher at moments. With nearly 24 white pillars protruding from the base, distinguishing one from another can be tricky at times. I mean, just look at this image. That's pretty confusing to me, dog. The milling machine. You've got this LEGO artist named Arthur Sakek who went all out and put together the 360 milling machine using mainly LEGO bricks. Now, brace yourself, because this contraption is like a 3D object factory. It takes instructions from a computer and turns them into real-life objects. And guess what? The majority of this machine is pure LEGO goodness, except for one small part, obviously the metal drill. And everything else, well, yep, you've guessed it. It's all LEGO, and it's probably a little bit cursed with how it operates. I mean, I wouldn't want to try and build it. Endor. Okay, let's talk about Star Wars and LEGO once again. These two have had some serious bromance going on for a while now. I think everybody knows that. But from sets to video games, they've teamed up to bring the Star Wars universe to life in the LEGO brick form. And guess what? They've tackled Endor too. You know that iconic Star Wars location? Well, it's cool to see that fans take a swing at creating Endor in LEGO style. And you know what's fun? Fans don't have to worry about the same commercial stuff that official toy makers do. They could just let their creativity run wild, especially when it's something as colossal as Star Wars. But now you're probably wondering, well, how does this have cursed instructions? I'm not too sure. The Bengal tiger. We're not stopping yet, because there is a captivating Bengal tiger sculpture that's just jaw-dropping. Someone with some serious LEGO skills took the vibrant hues of the orange and merged them with the blacks and whites to create this stunning masterpiece. And guess what? It's giving off some major Jungle Book vibes. I mean, you can just look at this thing and this thing, you can practically hear the wildlife. And heck, I mean, there's even a sparkle of Aladdin's pet tiger in there. But alright, since I know you're wondering, if you look at the actual miniature version of this Bengal tiger LEGO set, you're gonna find some cursed images, because what the heck is that? The LEGO Skull motorbike. Brace yourself for this one, because this LEGO set is a time capsule from 2011, the OG days of the Ninjago sets. But guess what, once again, because they've sprinkled a whole load of incorrect artwork from that era all over it. Picture this, the Skull motorbike, the iconic ride, but with some major artistic mishaps. Check out these images, and you'll spot things that are just way off. In one of the main product images, they literally just slapped on Fracjaw's armor piece with those fiery red spikes on the sides for the top of a minifigure here. But guess what, once again, because that's not what you actually get in the set. The right armor should have been those gray ones, but someone decided to jazz it up with some wrong pieces too. Just awesome. And guess what, once again, because this trend just keeps on going. It's like they put this set through an artwork blender and just let it go wild. The icing on the cake, well, one particular image really gets under under my skin because they flipped Chopov, the bony dude, the wrong way. His torso's facing the wrong direction and his armor is all over the place. Even the bottom part with his printing is flipped like it's trying to play mirror games. Like, come on, bro, seriously? Now, if you're rolling your eyes just a bit, well, just take a peek at any of the instruction manuals from 2011. You know, the golden age of Ninjago, you know, when everyone wanted the gold Lloyd figure, and you know what I'm talking about. You'll spot this set making its appearances there, and guess what? It's got wrong artwork everywhere, even back then. Lego table. So, there's this architectural design firm, ABGC, chilling in Dublin, and they scored a gig to revamp the digs of an up-and-coming agency. And guess what? Among the recommendations, there's this mind-blowing boardroom table on the menu. We're talking about a whopping 4x9 feet of Lego extravaganza. This beast demanded a jaw-dropping 22,740 Lego bricks, and get this, they didn't even use any cheat codes. No glue, no nothing, just nothing. The coolest part too, well, the crew rolled up with their sleeves and built it themselves, so no fancy master builders or contractors involved at all. The client wanted playful but not juvenile, and trust me, this table hits that sweet spot. I could only imagine how cursed it was trying to get this thing to look the way it does. Anyways, which Lego set did you find the most cursed to build, and which instructions just like got you saying, yeah, nah? Let me know in the comments, and of course, subscribe!